Today I'm going to show you how to quickly iron your dress shirts. So the equipment you will need, obviously the shirt itself. I always have a full spray bottle of tap water standing by, and the steam iron itself. The ironing board, investing in a good quality ironing board will pay dividends in the long run, with a decent padded top, a nice large surface area to use, and a nice padded top, because the padding helps you with the ironing process. If you get lumps and bumps in the ironing board and the frame coming through when you're ironing, it's going to make the work twice as difficult. So the first thing to say is don't tumble dry your shirts. They will last longer if you let them dry naturally. So take them damp out of the washing machine and hang them on a hanger to dry. Ideally, you want to be ironing them as they are still slightly damp, because that makes the process easier. But if you're starting off with a completely dry shirt, then this is where the spray bottle comes in. Hold it by the collar and just give it a good dampening. If you've got the time, some people would suggest putting that into a plastic bag and leaving it for 15-20 minutes to let the moisture soak into the garment. But a quick spritz with the spray is going to make your ironing process a lot simpler. Anyway, the iron's already good to go. It's ready and all steamy. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the collar. Now the collar, if you start with the back of the collar facing forwards, this is a tip in case you have any impurities in your water. If you start by ironing the back of the collar, then you're not going to transfer any dirt from the water straight onto your fresh collar, because your collar is the bit that people are going to see. So you might want to give it a test run on a rag before you start to make sure there's no dirty water in the iron. But if you start with the back of the collar, that'll do the same thing. Any slightly dirtier water would end up on the back of the collar. So give it a bit of steam, and we're going to start from the point, the collar point, and work our way in. Collar point, work our way in. The reason we do that is if you run the iron all the way across, you'll get a kind of a bow wave, and it'll press a crease into the opposite edge of the collar. So that's why I always go point into the middle, point into the middle. That's the collar. Then next bit to show you is the yoke. I'm going to use the pointed end of the board for this. Now the yoke doesn't have any creases in, so you want to get the yoke as flat as you can. I do it in two sections, the left side and then the right side. So you flatten down the left side of the yoke over the point of the board, and then give it an iron. Move it around. And again, give it an iron out to the edge. So that's your yoke, nice and flat. Now it doesn't really matter what order you do these things in. You'll find your own natural rhythm for doing it, but a lot of people will say start with the small fiddly areas and then work your way to the larger panels. That's not a bad tip. Then the cuffs, the same as the collar. You want it to be unbuttoned and flat. And I'm going to start with the inside, and I'm going to go from the outside edge to the middle, outside edge to the middle, steam, outside edge to the middle, and so on. Flip it over and repeat. And the same for the other side. Now I'm going to do the sleeves. Now if you locate the underarm seam so to do the sleeve, you want the cuff, the open cuff, to be facing upwards, because the sleeve's going to be different ways around each time. So the open cuff facing upwards, and the armpit seam where the 3 seams are meeting, that lumpy bit in the armpit. Find the sleeve seam, and that's your guide. Get that into a straight line and then flatten the sleeve out from there. Use your fingers. A few seconds spent flattening the sleeve or any part of the shirt with your fingers is going to pay dividends in the long run, because it's going to stop you ironing creases into the shirt. The last thing you want to do is to steam iron creases into the shirt, because then they become really difficult to remove. We start from the armpit itself and move up. You start with the panel closest to the body of the shirt and then move down to the cuff. And the same on the other side. For the other side, the sleeve's going to be facing the opposite direction. So again, have the cuff open and facing upwards. Find the armpit seam. Move up to the shoulder and down the sleeve. Now, whenever I do ironing videos, I have to apologise to my wife, because doing these videos implies that I do all of the ironing at home. I don't. My wife does all the ironing at home, and watching me doing it on social media leaves her feeling a little bit shortchanged. So apologies for that. I also get a lot of comments from people who are professional ironers, or they do this for a living, or they've been doing it all their life and they do it a different way. By all means, if you want to have a go at me for my technique, please do. This is the way I was taught. I was taught by my grandmother, and I've always done it this way. I put a crease into my shirt sleeves because I think it looks neat. It's like a military style crease in the sleeve. Some people don't. It's entirely up to you. Anyway, the front panel on the button side, go in between each of the buttons and all the way down the shirt. Again, you've flattened it in advance, and you get a very satisfying press. Move the shirt around to the side of the back panel, and again flatten it out. Don't worry if your shirt has darts in the back like this one does. It's never going to sit absolutely true, but just iron it as though the darts aren't there, and it will still iron nicely. The darts are there just to make the shirt fit better if you have a slimmer back or a slimmer waist. Finally, the buttonhole panel at the front. Start with the placket itself, all the way up, out to the shoulders and down. And again, you've smoothed the shirt in advance, so you're going to get a lovely result. One final check. Make sure we haven't missed anything. And that's it. That's how to iron a dress shirt. Now, the final thing is, don't hang it up straight away. Put it onto a wooden coat hanger and let it breathe. Let it air for maybe an hour or so. You've used a lot of steam ironing the shirt, and that needs time to evaporate and dry off fully. If you put it back in the wardrobe, when it's still slightly damp, then it'll get a bit musty, a little bit of a funky smell to it. So let it air before you hang it away. But that's your ironed shirt. If you have any comments, if you have any techniques that you prefer that are better, if you've got any questions, any suggestions, please let me know, and I'll see you next time.